Do you want to talk about WrestleMania?
What do you want to talk about?
Lot. WrestleMania. Do you remember WrestleMania when you were a kid?
Well, yeah, I watched it. Oof, man, not since Stone Cold Steve Austin and Degeneration X.
That's about the time I stopped watching. I think after Stone Cold got hurt and left, I believe that was the last time I saw him. I mean, for me, the height of wrestling was Stone Cold, was The Rock. The Rock was a bad guy, then he was the good guy, and he got super popular. Now he's this big actor. I didn't see the John Cena. Like, I wasn't in it when John Cena came in, but I did see Batista in the beginning, but I just lost interest in wrestling. It was just like I grew out of it. But when it was in its heyday, I remember going to watch wrestling at the Coliseum, watching Big John Studd, The Iron Sheik, Jimmy Superfly Snuka, Tito Santana, one of my favorites, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. I remember watching I already said Big John Studd. Watching Andre the Giant versus Hulk Hogan in WrestleMania was a highlight as a kid because you saw him body slam him. And I remember watching it with my friends, my friend Josh Silvius, his brothers, when we were little. I mean, we were like elementary school watching it going, wow, thinking this is real. Yeah, that's cool. No, it wasn't real. I knew it wasn't real when I was older either, but it was something to watch, right? You got into it. I really think wrestling for me, like watching their bodies, like Triple H and DX, kind of got me going to the gym, right? Like, I want to look like that. Like for me, Buff Bagwell was, yoked. I wanted to look like that. So I wanted to go to the gym. Me and my buddies would lift all the time. And I think wrestling had a big part of that. Like you wanted to keep up that, that look, or you wanted to be feared like those guys were. Not that they were feared. I mean, it's fake, but, it was kind of cool. It's entertainment. At the end of the day, it's entertainment. When people say, oh, it's fake. Yeah, well, it's always watching your TV show. So it's watching your movie.
It's theater, right? So it's live action daredevils doing their performances.
Absolutely, I like that.
They're flying in the air, landing hard on tables and stuff. Yeah, the punches or slaps, whatever, they're fake, obviously. But if you take it for just like this opera or theatrical performance, rather, it's entertaining. It's the smack talking, the jokes. Flying through the airs, landing on top of each other. Those are not easy stunts, by the way. If you were to really do them, you could really hurt yourself.
And people do.
All the time.
Do you remember I think it was Owen Hart, or one of the Harts died. Remember that?
Yes, I do.
No, I don't think it was WrestleMania, but I think it was one of the events. He's coming down the wire, and the wire broke.
Right.
Fell to his death. Live in front of all these people. Like there's right there. I was like, okay, there is a element to this, like entertaining. Something can go wrong, and it went wrong. He died. And there's a lot of wrestlers injured themselves. Like you said, it's live action, like stuntman kind of stuff. And if you don't turn enough on a flip or something, you land on your head, you're paralyzed. It happens. People rip pec muscles and this and that. There's injuries. There's real life injuries that these wrestlers have. They land wrong and they break their leg. It happens. I remember Heartbreak Kid in a fight landed wrong on his leg and broke his ankle, and he still finished the fight, but was hobbling, and they knew he was hobbled. And I think Vince McMahon, same thing. I think he hurt both his knees, and he finished his segment on his butt. And I was like, why is he on his butt? And then later on, it comes out that he landed on his knees wrong and snapped both his knees. And can you imagine that kind of pain? And you still finish the show or your little segment, and you have your guys pull you off. So yeah, it's fake to a point, but like when you get hit, it hurts. I remember watching a segment, like wrestlers were coming into town, and the guy's like, "Oh, you guys are fake." This and that. He goes, "Oh, let me see. Tell me if this is fake." And the wrestler like slapped him on his chest hard. Probably got assault charges because it made the news guy like almost cry on live TV. I'd be pissed if I said, "Oh yeah, you're fake," and someone hit me like that. You made me cry. I'm gonna be a baby, and I'm gonna sue you because you're a wrestler. Yeah, it looked like it hurt, but yeah, It is fake, but those hits that they take, like Triple H said, those are real hits. You know, that's the price they pay for what they do. And they, you know, not everyone makes money. Only the top ones make money. You know, like on the, I think it's Raw, Monday Night Raw. If you're on that card, that's what every wrestler wants, is to be on that card, you know, because that's where the money's at. A lot of these guys don't make any money. They're just, you know, they're the heels. They're the ones that get beat up. You know, you see those wrestlers that always come out and they get beat up because you need those wrestlers that lose. Like, once you lose all those times, like, how do you come up? You know, you have to change personas like The Rock did. The Rock was something else before he became The Rock. And when he changed different names or different disguises, he starts winning. He starts getting, you know, popular, and he just got really big. You know?
He was the guy you hated, and then you loved him.
Yes. He's super arrogant. Hilarious, too. Him and Mankind, I remember watching them.
Well, Mankind played 2 other roles.
3 roles.
3 total or 3 others?
Cactus Jack and Hey Dude or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He played 3 different roles. And I think his persona is like he changed. Like he had multiple personalities, I think it was. And he would change and be someone else. But yeah, man, WrestleMania 39 was last night and part 2 is tonight. 2 episodes. I think the main event is Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. That's the main fight tonight on the part 2. Last night it had, check this out, Logan Paul is a wrestler. I guess he's pretty good. I saw highlights of him, and I was like, okay, he's doing it. He's actually looks pretty good. And, you know, he was a Disney actor, then started doing his YouTube videos or whatever he was doing. And then he does his podcast that does really well. He has a lot of investments, owns Prime energy drinks that does really well. He's doing really, really well. Him and his brother, you know, and nothing, I have nothing against the Paul brothers. I think they're living their best life and they're showing you the American dream, right? They're just them being them, and they're able to cash in on capitalism and make money. God bless them. I'm a fan of theirs. I like Logan Paul. I like Jake Paul. Everyone clowns on Jake Paul for, oh, he thinks he's a fighter. No, he's a fighter. He is a legit fighter going in there fighting. Oh, they're fixed. No, I don't think they're fixed. And you just lost. So I don't think they're fixed fights, but Jake Paul wants to be a fighter, is fighting, he's fighting, right? You can't take that away from him. He looks good and he's training. He's not fake training, you know, he's really doing it. And he has, you know, still has a lot to learn, but he's putting in the time, which I 100%, I'm a fan. Keep doing what you're doing. Logan Paul's doing wrestling. It's fake, but he actually looks good doing it. I mean, he got on the top rope, and you should watch that. What happened at WrestleMania is pretty good. KSI, I don't know who that is, but I guess my kids do, is another YouTuber that was on there. I don't want to ruin it for you, but we'll watch it later. Logan Paul did awesome. He did great for wrestling. So I think he has a legit future in wrestling. He has the look. He knows what he's doing for being so new. I'm rooting for him. I hope he does it. I can see him being an action star. I can see him being like following in the footsteps of all these other wrestlers, like the John Cena's and Batista, and being an action star, right? Or even comedy. You know, I think he can do comedy. So I don't know. What do you feel about the Paul brothers?
They bring a certain excitement that has a following. And their following, they can easily transition into WWE, into wrestling. And they just benefit from each other. So it just makes sense that they can just bring them in, show them a few tricks, act, and have a good time, and while everyone's making money. They bring in that audience. So it does make sense that he joins WWE. You don't have to be a boxer, per se. I mean, sure, there's a lot of money in it. You have to really love boxing because you risk a lot of physical damage. But you do with wrestling as well, but they're stunt performances as well. They try to keep it as safe as possible, where you're trying to have fun, flying around the whole place, being a daredevil. But it is a good thing I see them doing. Just having fun. Make that money. Why not? Good for them.
You know, they're just living their best life. And like with the Paul brothers, like again, you can't I mean, people hate them for the wrong reasons, right? Like you're jealous. Let's just be honest. You're jealous because they're two brothers. They're making a lot of money doing their thing. They're not the Island Boys. Thanks for watching our clip. If you want to see more clips like this and you like our views, like the show, click here for some more clips. If you want to hear the whole podcast, watch the whole podcast, click here for the whole podcast. Remember, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll get back to you. Thank you and have a great day.